Hello dear learners, hope all of you are fine. In my today's video, I will read out a poem. This is a very famous poem in English literature. All of you might have heard the name of this poem. The Road Not Taken is one of the famous poems in English literature written by Robert Frost, who was an American poet, but he was also called the poet of New England. Robert Frost was a renowned poet in English literature, and if we go through his poems, we can see the modern life, how beautifully depicted in his poems. That's fine. Now, first of all, I'll recite the poem, The Road Not Taken. Two roads diverge in a yellow wood, and sorry, I could not travel both. And be one traveller, long I stood, and looked down one as far I could, to where it bent in the undergrowth, then took the other just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear, though as for that the passing there had earned them really about the same. And both that morning equally lay in leaves no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day, yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. I shall be telling this with a sigh, somewhere ages and ages hence, two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. Dear learners, already I have recited the poems. Now I'll try to tell you the synopsis of the poem, what Robert Frost has tried to make us realize in his poem. In the poem, The Road Not Taken, the road symbolizes our life. The poet says that the path that we don't choose in our life, the road not taken. So we can say that the road not taken means the path we don't choose in our life. It refers this theme. He describes his feelings about that choice that he left in the past. The path which we have chosen decides our future and destination. The important message that the poet convey to give is that the choice that we make has an impact on our future, and if we make a wrong choice, we regret it but cannot go back on it. So we must be wise while making a choice. We can tell this is a poem of making decision. In our human life, it is not easy job to make a proper decision in proper time. A wrong decision can lead us in a wrong way or wrong path, and a correct decision or proper decision may lead us in a right path. So again, when there were two routes at the same point, the poet was hesitating to travel the both route, and he also intended to travel the both routes, but for a single person it is not possible to travel the both routes. It means that at the same time you cannot take two decision. You must choose one decision out of two or so many. So in the first stanza, says speaker says, and sorry I could not travel both, because it is not possible to travel the both road. So ultimately, what did the speaker did? The speaker traveled the second one, that was less traveled and grassy, untrodden. We can see in third stanza, and both that morning equally lay in lips no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day. Here poet says he kept the first root for another day, yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. But later on, poet doubts. He was doubt whether he will be able or not to come back again here to make his travel, to make his journey. But he rejected the first route and he followed the second route, that was less travel. It has been said here. Now, if I explain the third stanza for your better realization, again I am reciting the third stanza. And both that morning equally lay. It means both the roads. In leaves no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day, yet knowing how way leads on to, I doubted if I should ever come back. And both the morning equally lay refers to paths, refers to both roads. They are equal in the eyes of the speaker. But the difference is that one is less traveled than the other. This was the only difference. One is less traveled, grassy, untrodden than the first one. And oh, I kept the first for another day. Here poet, speaker, told us that he rejected the first one for another day. Means that I and oh, I kept the first one for another day. This line means that I, the traveler, decided to leave the other path to take another day. I doubted if I should ever come back. So, even though I will probably never be back this way, I will pretend to myself that I will take that other path. Hope all of you have enjoyed the poem, and I tried to tell you the synopsis of the poem. At the same time, I have explained the third stanza for you better understand. That's all. Thank you so much for watching my video clips, and once again thanks a lot for watching my channel Pelican.